They're Cotyledon orbiculatas from South Africa. Very beautiful, very drought resistant. Lovely succulent. I think the leaves are poisonous to cattle. I think it causes heart problems in cattle. But the nectar doesn't seem to do any harm to Australian birds. I think in South Africa, the nectar is taken by what's called a sunbird. A sunbird, apparently. Look at the long stems. They would make a nice cut flower, really. In countries where there's not lots of water for floristry and everything, you could sell those sorts of things. They certainly attract honeyeaters. Of course, if you want to film honeyeaters and set your camera up, the birds won't come. They'll come after you've gone. They'll come. Yes, it causes cardiac problems in cattle if they eat that plant, Cotyledon orbiculata, I think. It certainly makes the birds happy. Australian birds like all the nectar that those bells produce. I'm just waiting for honeyeaters to come. I could be waiting a long time, couldn't I? I really could be. Listen to that wind. At least they're a nice fire retardant plant to have around. They're not going to catch on fire with all that water in them, are they? They're all fleshy and succulent and juicy. They just won't catch on fire. I just wish that those Cotyledon orbiculata red bells came in more colours. You think plant breeders would have made a whole range of colours, wouldn't you? Pinks, reds, purples, yellows. They could have got that out of all those bells. There's a touch of all those colours in those bells. You think they would have bred a whole lot by now, wouldn't you? All different colours, white ones, red ones. When you see pictures of shantytown places, townships in South Africa, they look sort of, very. They're not surrounded by beautiful gardens or anything generally. Sometimes they have a few plants, but mostly it's just shack after shack. If there were a Sunbird Project, all these bits of Cotyledon orbiculata grow just from a cutting. If everybody in a little shantytown shack stuck in a piece of this outside their shack, they would at least have sunbirds visiting. They would. There should be a Sunbird Project for the whole of South Africa. There should be. This stuff just grows from cuttings. All you do is break off a piece. That's all you do. And it just spreads. Let's have a look. All you do is break off a piece. Just like that. Look. That's all you do. And you multiply it. This piece has got a root on it, but all you do is break off a piece and it'll grow eventually. Give it a bit of water to help it get established. And eventually you'll have sunbirds coming to visit you, even if you live in a shack. I've lived in a shack, and I know that if you grow beautiful things around the shack, beautiful birds will come and visit. So all isn't lost, all isn't bleak. Look, even over there, look. There's a flower happening. There's a flower just happening over there. And if this were Africa, South Africa, sunbirds would visit. They would. And they'd fill themselves up with nectar. And it's as simple as just distributing cuttings. Anyhow, you can always pot up some. Always pot them up for that Sunday school, church fete or school fete. There's a school fete or Sunday school fete. They sell, don't they? They grow so easy from cuttings. Everyone can be enjoying them, whether in South Africa or Australia. They just don't catch on fire, and they make birds happy. How much would you sell this for at your school fete, or your Sunday school fete, once it's got its roots set in? You wouldn't sell it for a few weeks, would you? You'd wait for the roots to get settled. How much would you sell that for at a school fete or a church bazaar?